Hey, Holy Rebels, End Time Saints, 144K, Angels for Jesus Christ. Today is the 17th of February 2022, and I just wanted to come on and tell y'all first off, just a lot of attacks, as you know, or most of y'all know. The full moon was yesterday. But it goes for 3 days before and 3 days after, and I've been under some heavy witchcraft attacks. And also, if y'all have been getting, like, just out of nowhere super exhausted and possibly even crying for no reason, or just, it's like we're shedding the old. And like, I've been crying over my dog again all day, kind of like I was last month. She's been gone a little over 2 months now, and just been feeling really depleted of energy the last couple days, but I've slept. So I'm grateful to the Most High that I've been able to get some sleep. But I'm just coming on to tell y'all that I believe that this is part of our Ascension symptoms. Just letting go of anything of this earth that doesn't serve us, including grief and guilt, shame, unforgiveness, anger, judgmentalness, any of that kind of stuff. Also, I wanted to share what happened today twice. This happened twice today. The first time it happened, I was in a place of business, and someone pulled up in my field of vision. It wasn't an SUV, which I won't get into all that, but it was, I think it was gray. It wasn't black. It was like a gray or silver, dark silver color, and they had their lights on, and they just sat there with their lights on. And I went about my business, and maybe 10 minutes go by, maybe even 15 minutes. It was at least 10 minutes. And they're still sitting there. And I was drawn to watch to see who got out of it. And it took about another 5 minutes. And out of the corner of my eye, I had already, focused on something else, and I glanced back over, and I saw what I thought to be a man, a pretty big sized man, not overweight, just like big, like built. I'm going to say this guy was probably 6'5", dark hair. I don't know what color skin, maybe kind of, not Hispanic, not French. I don't know, possibly Italian or something. I don't know, that's irrelevant. I'm just kind of describing what I saw. I did not see his eyes, however. He was looking the other way. I just caught the side, like the side part of his face as he exited the car or the vehicle. And he came out the driver's side, which was facing the street. And I'm on I'm on this side of the street, so he's getting out into the street. And then he's coming around the side of the vehicle, and I thought, for some reason, I'm just being guided by the Most High God to see what this person or whatever it was, being, entity, looked like. Okay, this is very rare for me to do this, to be drawn like this, because a lot of us are heavily watched. As angels here on this earth, we have the fallen angels that watch us. So I felt this probably was a fallen. And I just calmly looked over as he exited the vehicle, and he came around. Had he have gone behind the vehicle, there's nothing over there. All there is like a, I don't know, like a pathway, not even a pathway, like an overpass. An overpass, that's kind of what it was. So there would be no reason to walk that way. Now, there's a parking lot on the other side of the overpass, but you wouldn't park in a street and not park in the parking lot and walk over to the parking lot, and there's nothing else to walk to the parking lot for. So I knew he would be coming my way, and I wanted to look at his face. All I got was just a glimpse of the side of him real quick. And when I looked, I wasn't staring, I was just waiting. I'm like, okay, where is he? He never came. He completely vanished. There's no trees. There was nothing to hide behind, y'all. I'm not kidding you. He vanished. And I thought, did he go into a portal? What is going on here? And especially the fact that he sat in his vehicle for a good 15 minutes with the lights on, and then finally exited once I had walked away from the window area while I was doing something in this building. Which I don't want to go into detail about all this stuff. But anyway, long story short, so that happened. And then right after that, I'm going to say 5 minutes later, a Men in Black car. I got a picture of it. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it my phone. My phone has not been taking pictures. Hold on. Had I have known this guy was going to vanish, I would have been on it with my phone, but how are we supposed to know that, right? But I just knew. I wanted to see what he looked like. Okay, so I didn't get a picture of that, obviously. That would have been too quick. I would have been having to have a video on. My phone does not take videos. My phone very rarely, I'm going to say 9 out of 10 times when I go to take a picture, even after deleting 10 pictures off of there, it won't allow me to take a picture. But I was able to get a picture of this. So within 3 to 5 minutes of this, whatever it was, disappearing into thin air, this Men in Black vehicle drives up. And yes, it's a demon car. It's a black Mercedes. And they pulled up into there's 2 lanes of traffic. So they pull up and then they slowly back up, blinking their lights. And it was very, it drew your attention, because it took them forever just to back up. And there was plenty of room. So it shouldn't have taken this long, put it that way. It wasn't like having to maneuver or anything. It was just like a real simple pull in and pull out. And the Lord drew my attention to the license plate. And this is the license plate. Hold on. My phone's doing something again. Dang it. Talk amongst yourselves. See it? Heart. MD. Obviously medical doctor. But I found it funny, it was on the back of a demon car after whatever that was disappeared, and it pulled right in front of where the thing that got out, that disappeared, had got out of that vehicle, and it parked in front of it. And there was other spaces, okay? And the Lord said again, it's about our heart, the bleeding heart of Jesus, the sacrificial lamb. We have given up our lives in this life to gain it in the next, and to help wake others up. We care about the truth. We care about people's hearts. It's about your heart, not your pocketbook. So I found that kind of amazing. So that was one time with the disappearing, but that would have been just strange enough. But it happened again today, again. This time it was raining, and I went out and I was about to go down the steps, and as I do, there's a dumpster, and y'all may have seen it in a video in the back of this building that I'm in. There's a dumpster out there. It's pouring down rain, okay? And there's nothing around the dumpster. I don't even think there was any vehicles parked out there. No, there was. There was one black SUV that's there a lot of the time, but it wasn't next to the dumpster. This thing, creature, whatever it was, came from the other side of the dumpster, okay? But it didn't come from the dumpster. It materialized in front of the dumpster. And I'm not kidding you. No, nobody laced my my water. I don't think so. I feel perfectly fine. Just kind of like, just sad for what's going on, and that just all the people that are mindlessly going about their business. What does it say? They will be eating and drinking when the Most High sends Jesus back. And that's what's about to happen. I just feel it. I feel there's a major shift in the atmosphere. But I look, and as I do, so say this is the dumpster. Lena's hand's a dumpster? Okay, here's the dumpster. If this thing, which looked to be a woman, probably about 100 years old, okay, if she popped out of the dumpster, number one, the dumpster has a lid on it, and it's heavy to lift it up out of there. You have to like really push or put, well, I don't know about pushing because I haven't actually been in it, even though they like to say we're pieces of trash. But the joke's on them, haha. Anyway, but you have to really pull to get it open. So if she was actually in there, number one, she would probably be dirty. Number two, she would have had to crawl. And to come from behind it, she would have come from behind it. Here'd be the dumpster, and you'd see her shadow go like this, or maybe not her shadow because it was raining, but you'd see her come along like this. That's not what happened. The dumpster's here, and all of a sudden I see, pow! She's this far from the dumpster. My eyes were directly on the dumpster, okay? And she's about a good foot from the dumpster, and she just materialized. All in red, and if that wasn't weird enough, I mean, red is my, they like to stalk in their red clown outfits. It wasn't a red coat. It was a red cape, y'all, complete with a hood and red gloves. And what she looked like, I only caught the side of her face, but what she looked like to me was the witch. No, she wasn't a cartoon character come to life, but maybe she was. In this world, nothing shocks me anymore. But on Snow White, how that witch has that real long hook nose and then the long chin that points, and they kind of like look like they're connecting kind of. That's what she looked like, that witch that gave Snow White the apple. Of course, she wasn't green, though. She was green with envy now. In a red cape with a hood. You can't make this stuff up. And she slowly starts walking literally like this. That's how slow she was walking. She looked to be at least 100 years old. And then I watched her go down the street, and then I saw her turn into what I thought was a business or something. I don't know what it was. It was bizarre. It took her at least 10 minutes to get one block to where she turned in. So I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know if it's a glitch in the matrix. I just wanted to say I've seen two people, one materialize and one deterialize. Is that a word? Hey, that's a big word. Okay, so now for the final part of why I'm coming on right now. Besides just to tell y'all, if you're feeling really tired, if you're crying, if you're being beaten down, if you're being tempted. You haven't fallen, but tempted to go back to your old ways, you're feeling lonely or whatever. I believe this is all part of us shedding the old to go into the new, because we are leaders in the new. So for the last 3 days in a row, I've gone to sleep at different times, but I've always woke up between 3 and 3:05. I think it was 3:01. 3:05, and this morning was exactly 3 a.m. So there's something up with that. Yes, I know the full moon rituals. I know the witches and the Satanists and the gang stalkers, oh my, do their spell casting. But there's something else, like I believe the veil is thinnest at that time. when I woke up, I haven't been able to remember my dreams for at least a couple of months since my little dog died. Other than maybe just one tiny little part. So I'm praying that the Lord allows me to start remembering them, or I'll just remember one word, and that's what happened to me this morning. So I wanted to tell y'all what I heard. So hold on, let me turn the light on. Let your light shine. Bright light, look away, I'm hideous. I told you I'm really worn down, so sorry if I'm not being a comedian tonight. So I woke up with the word vermilion. I don't know anybody with that name. I never heard it. And I'm like, vermilion? So I wrote it down and then I went back to sleep. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was 3 yesterday. Today I woke up, it was 3:50 a.m. Not 3:49, not 3:51, 3:50 a.m. I need to look up the meaning of that number. But still, I believe the veil is thinnest between midnight and 4 a.m. So, or sometimes it's even 4:30, but 3 I think is when it's really the thinnest. So it was about 3:50 a.m. and that's what I heard, vermilion. So I looked it up, and it means a brilliant red pigment made from mercury, sulfur. And then in parentheses it said Cinnabon. Also, there is a city of Vermilion, South Dakota, and there's also a Vermilion, Ohio. And when I looked both those cities up, Vermilion, Ohio picture showed a lighthouse, and we are the light of the world. So I don't know what this all means. The Lord will show me. What he does is he gives me little pieces of the puzzle, and then he puts it all together, and it's like Shazam. But I did find it interesting that vermilion is a brilliant red pigment made from mercury sulfur. And the Lord has been showing me that the rain is toxic. By the way, it's been raining here today. And I had to get out in it for a minute. Not very much. I mean, I just got sprinkled on. I wasn't pouring down wet. But my nose felt like stuffy. And then I started sneezing. And I felt like I shouldn't be out in it. So I'm not paranoid or anything. But I know the Lord has showed me that the rain is toxic. Also, like the, what do you call it? The black goo. When those birds that I told y'all about, I'm sure y'all have heard about it. I very rarely watch videos, but I saw a quick clip of some birds that all just were like dumped, like a soup. It just like was dumped out. All these blackbirds fell out of the sky. I believe that could possibly be from whatever this toxic rain and all this black goo they're spraying. And I also believe that the people that took the Vizax that haven't repented and asked the Lord to remove it for them, it's going to affect them. It's going to change them. Also, interestingly enough, Mardi Gras is going on in New Orleans right now, and it goes until Fat Tuesday is the 1st, March 1st, so it's late this year. I find that very interesting that that's going on. And the whole city is under vaccine mandates. Again, I lived in New Orleans off and on for 20 years. It holds a special place in my heart. And the Lord said the last time I was there, that's it, you're not going back. And believe me, I wanted to go back. Because I just love some things about it. I won't get into all that. But I believe that they're luring the people that got it, that are totally sold out to the satanic system and just care about having fun and will do whatever they don't want truth, put it that way, to go into the city and be into one small area, because New Orleans is a bowl, right? And they're going to do something. I don't know what, y'all. I have a bad feeling about it. Also, they lifted the mask mandate. I told y'all I had a friend that lives in Cali that took 2 of the you-know-whats. And praise the Lord, y'all. A praise report. I asked y'all to pray for her. She did not get the booster. She said she's been praying to give her strength because she lives with this guy that she wants to marry, and he's not of the Lord, put it that way. And he made her go get him to stay with him. It's a long story, the first 2, and she had some side effects, and I'm like, you can't give up your soul for him. He's not worth your soul. And I believe that our prayers, maybe she had some other people that were praying for her too, but I do. I believe that our prayers helped her. And I believe that the Lord is going to have mercy on her because she said she's been repenting, and she will not take it even if she has to become homeless because she lives with him. Okay? Yes, I know, but she loves him. And I used to be there. I used to live with a couple of boyfriends before I gave my life to the Lord. It's a learning. We're all in a learning process, but I believe that she's coming along the right way to stand up against this guy. And I've met him. He is very, very scary and controlling. So I believe she's going to be saved. So there is hope for some of y'all that are praying for your friends and family, but they have to repent and stand against it. And I believe that's why there's 3. Remember when I prayed on another friend of mine that, as of right now, I don't think he's taken the 3rd one, but I said, can y'all please pray for him as well? And the Lord I said, what's going on with him, Lord? Please. I know he has a kind heart, and you said it's about our heart. And funny, there's the Heart MD today. Wow, that's cool, Lord. And the Lord said, 3 chances. And the words I heard were, 3 strikes of the snake bite, and he's out. So that could be the reason why there's 3 of them. You get the 2, and then now there's this booster, right? Father is very merciful, but he's given people three chances. 2 chances, the 3rd one, they're out. Just like the saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? So, okay. Vermilion, getting back to vermilion, it's a brilliant red made from mercury sulfur. Well, whatever they're spraying has sulfur in it. What do the fallen angels smell like? Sulfur, burning sulfur. The bottomless pit that's open, that's why a lot of the earthquakes, the volcanoes in places where people didn't even know there were volcanoes, that I told y'all you're going to start seeing them going off more and more. That is the pit opening. And they said it smells of sulfur. Those are the angels and the demons, the fallen angels, not the good ones. The fallen angels being freed of the pit. And it's just interesting that vermilion is a brilliant red pigment made from mercury sulfur. Also, it could be tied in with Saturn and with Mercury. The planets aligning, or whatever they are, the stars. They're basically stars is what they are. Okay, then Father showed me this morning, Jeremiah 51:48. Then the heaven and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon, for the spoilers shall come unto her from the north, saith the Lord. And Babylon shall fall. All right? And then I asked Father for a word of knowledge to tell y'all to end this with. And what I got was this. The very end of Revelation. I'm not even kidding you. Almost the end. This is the last chapter. Revelation 22:16. I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Look up, y'all. Our redemption draws nigh.